Hi folks, it's Chang here with a quick review of the Glock 19 Gen 5. Picked up this pistol the Tuesday last week and got to put some rounds through it. If you notice, right off the bat, the biggest difference is the lack of finger grooves, and that's going to be a big selling point for folks such as myself who have smaller hands and who have slightly thicker fingers that really don't fit into the stock Glock finger grooves. There's also a slightly flared mag weld down to help supposedly ease insertion of the magazine. There's also a cutout at the front in order to facilitate, again, ripping out magazines. The magazine base plates are shaped a little bit differently, but Gen 4 magazines do fit. The slide release is still the same. You can swap it from the left side to the right side. And also there is an ambidextrous slide lock / slide release lever. There's a different finish on the slide. It is noticeably different, and the slide tends to pick up a lot more fingerprints now. But reality is it's a tool. Doesn't really matter if there are fingerprints on it. Other than that, most of the changes, if you read a lot of the articles online, most of the changes are going to be internal. If you pop off the slide, you'll notice that the striker block is no longer a circle. It is now a ramped or a triangular shaped striker block, which is reminiscent of the striker block that's within the Glock 42 and the Glock 43. Trigger press is still the same. Trigger shape is relatively the same. If you notice in this picture as well, I put the Ameriglow cap sights on. The Gen 5 is available with 3 different sight options. However, I went with the cap sight because it is a superior sight to any of the sights that are offered from the factory. I did, for this review, put 15 shots through the gun, and we'll see that here in a second. You'll see here that I take 10 shots with the new Glock 19 Gen 5. I shoot 5 shots with my dominant hand and then 5 shots with my non-dominant hand. My apologies for the poor form. While shooting with my non-dominant hand, you'll see that I milk the gun after each shot, and that's just poor grip form. So anyway, you'll notice that it shoots like a Glock. There really isn't anything that much different. So one of the things that they tout in the new Gen 5 is the marksman barrel. And reality is it's just a return to the traditional land and groove rifling versus the polygonal rifling. So it's supposedly more accurate, but as you can see as I roll the target back here, that the gun is accurate. It's only as accurate as the shooter, so you see some shots off to the left there. Those 5 shots are my first initial shots with the gun. Unfortunately, I only recorded 10 out of the 15 shots. The left-hand supported shots are the ones that are directly dead center, and the ones that are to the right but still in the center are with my right hand supported. So as you can see, it's a Glock, and it's as accurate as the shooter. There aren't really any major differences in terms of how the gun shoots or the reliability as far as I can see. And as far as the other internet reviews are going, there's not much that is different between the Gen 5 and Gen 4, just with the internal changes and some of those cosmetic changes. There have been folks out there with some of the reviews, especially in print, that have said that some of the holsters out there will not work for the Gen 5, and that has to do with the ambidextrous slide lock / slide stop lever now also being on the right side of the firearm. And so if you can see on the right there, we have confirmed that Patriot Concealment Systems, their Glock 19 holsters do not reach high enough to be impacted by that slide lock / slide stop lever. So we have confirmed that that holster works for sure, and the several Safariland holsters, GLS and ALS type holsters that I use also work very well with the Gen 5. So holsters shouldn't be that much of a concern. You do have to just note that if your holster comes up pretty high on the gun, the slide stop / slide release lever may impact the fit. All in all, if finger grooves are your thing and you really don't want those finger grooves because it just makes shooting the gun too uncomfortable, then the Gen 5 is a good buy. Otherwise, stick with the Gen 4. A lot more options out there, especially since Glock has said that they will only release the 17 and the 19 in the Gen 5 and no other calibers as well. So that's it. Well, we hope you enjoyed our mini review of the Glock 19 Gen 5. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. If you do a search for @CDC LLC, that'll bring up our Civilian Defense Concepts LLC page, where you'll find the latest happenings, including a class schedule under the events page. Also, check out our website at cdcllc.org. You'll find class descriptions, Utah CCW class schedule, and equipment that we recommend, all available there on our website. Also, if you're on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at CDCLLC. And if you're here on YouTube, please subscribe and click the bell there for notifications as to when we post another video, whether it's an instructional video or another product review. We look forward to seeing you out on the range. As always, protect what you love. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.